Hiya, hiya. Welcome to the Joey Reynolds Classic Arts broadcast, the Classic Arts Reynolds Rap. Why am I dressed in swaddling clothes? Because we're honoring the Lincoln. Now, I live in Lincoln Center, but in Florida, I'm out here in costume today because of the fall of the Roman Empire. I think it's the fall of the American Empire, but we're awarding these statues. It's the Metropolitan celebration of Lady Gaga and everybody else dressing in costumes in front of the Lincoln Center, doing all of these wonderful things that keep the opera alive. Opera is what happens when my mother's mad at me. She screams at me, or when I was complaining a lot, they would say, "Oh boy, there you go with your operatic behavior, temperament, ego, ego, edge God out." If you are not an atheist, so it's an amazing collection of clothes. The Metropolitan Opera has costumes for all the operas, and they're preserving them. So all of the big stars have come out and done a little piece on the red carpet. And I got my dress here, which is I'm lifting my dress for the opera. And also, what do I have here? My Vietnam socks. I got those too. I'm wearing those. They don't really go, but it's a war outfit from my opera, the Three-Penny Opera. Mine is worth even less. Yeah, that's it. This is my Vietnam socks. This is it. It's so silly, isn't it? But that's what we do. We're costuming. And I see where the three categories of awards for the most beautiful models in the country in all of those great contests are black ladies. And we got a new woman who's going to run the news on CBS in the fall out of Washington, D.C. CBS Nightly News will be a woman doing this thing now. And the women doing the sports. Next, they'll be playing football. And that's possible too, But women want to be men, and it's always strange to me. This is like the fall of Rome, where all of a sudden, well, wait a minute, women did run the world. I mean, Cleopatra was definitely the ruler of the world at one time. She would sit there on the what was that river that they had where she sat and she was holding her asp? That was a great barge that she was on in the early days of history. And there have been women who have led. Margaret Thatcher in modern times. The Queen of England is a woman. And some of the men who are trying to be men are women, and some of the women want to be men. And it's gender. We all need to go to some sort of a gender identity clinic, I think, at this point, and figure out who the hell we are. But meanwhile, I'm standing here in a dress in Florida, hoping the neighbors don't come by, wondering, what's this guy doing? He's standing in front of a camera, and he's got his dress on. I'll just simply tell him that I was walking in my sleep. Yeah, with a full crew, of course, Anyway, congratulations to the Metropolitan Opera and to all the women who have achieved great success and who are pushing like crazy to get on top. Because we had the African American push, we have the women push, and next we're going to push old people. We're going to push them right off of their walkers, right into success. It's a Reynolds Rap.